What if the key to lasting wealth and happiness isn't found in endless hustle or complicated strategies, but in clarity of thought and intentional living? The Almanack of Naval Ravikant offers more than just ideas. It delivers a philosophy, a way of thinking that empowers you to create leverage in life, build true wealth, and find peace of mind along the way. In this video, we're not just summarizing Naval's wisdom. We're transforming it into a step-by-step blueprint you can apply starting today. From mastering decision-making and building specific knowledge to understanding the real meaning of wealth and happiness, we'll guide you through the 5 core pillars that have helped thousands reshape their lives. If you're ready to go beyond surface-level success and start living with purpose, intention, and freedom, this video is your first step. Naval doesn't just share quotes. He challenges your operating system. To truly benefit from the Almanac, you must go beyond passive reading. Extracting wisdom means internalizing the mindset shifts he offers. Naval emphasizes that real wealth is not money, it's freedom. Time freedom, location freedom, and mental freedom. To extract that wisdom, you need to ask yourself, what assumptions about life, work, and money am I willing to let go of? Instead of chasing status or approval, Naval urges us to build specific knowledge, the kind of skill set that only you, with your unique traits and obsessions, can master. He teaches that compound interest applies not only to money, but also to relationships, knowledge, and reputation. This pillar is about decoding those timeless principles and translating them into your own life. Highlight what resonates. Reread the hard parts. Question everything. When Naval says, play long-term games with long-term people, it's not a catchy phrase. It's a lifestyle choice that will reshape your decisions from today forward. Naval emphasizes that wisdom without action is just untapped potential. Knowledge means nothing if it doesn't translate into behavior. So, what does taking action look like in Naval's world? It means ruthless prioritization. Focus on what truly matters. If an activity doesn't compound or bring peace, it's a distraction. Your goal is not to be busy, it's to be effective. Naval lives by the principle of play long-term games with long-term people. Apply that by committing to actions that build value over time. Create systems, not goals. Instead of saying, I want to be rich, say, I will read, reflect, and build every single day. Make your environment support your intentions. Build habits that align with your values, not your impulses. Also, say no more often. Naval reminds us, you will get rich by giving society what it wants, but does not yet know how to get. That clarity only comes when you stop chasing everything and start focusing on your unique leverage. This pillar is about movement, but intentional movement. Start small, stay consistent, and let your life become a reflection of what you've learned. Information is everywhere. Wisdom is rare. The real test is, can you internalize what you've learned? Can you embody it? Naval teaches that self-reflection is not optional, it's foundational. A racing mind speeds up life, but a calm mind deepens it. Carve time for solitude. Ask yourself, what did I truly understand today? How does this shift the way I think? Where am I fooling myself? Write it down. Journaling is one of the most powerful tools Naval uses. When thoughts hit paper, they stop swirling in your head and start making sense. Don't write to impress, write to reveal. Your clarity lives on the page. Revisit what matters. Repetition locks in transformation. Reread highlights, summaries, and quotes that once moved you. Reflect on them again, now with deeper awareness. And above all, simplify. Clarity is subtraction. Cut the noise. The fewer conflicting ideas in your mind, the more space for your true voice. Naval isn't about doing more. He's about doing less, better. True wealth isn't just financial. It's the ability to learn faster than the world changes. Naval's core belief is that continuous learning is the ultimate leverage. Not because you want to impress others, but because it changes who you are at your core. Learning doesn't stop after school. In fact, that's when the real learning begins. Naval doesn't read to appear smart. He reads because he's curious. He treats books like a buffet. Pick the ideas that nourish you and leave the rest. The goal isn't to finish, it's to transform. So, how do you implement this mindset? Start by making learning a daily ritual, not a chore. Choose one idea per day, just one, and go deep. Let it simmer in your mind. Reflect on how it applies to your life. Then act. Knowledge without execution is just trivia. And don't limit learning to books. Learn from people, from failures, from patterns, from silence. Naval says, learn to love to read, because that's how you learn to love to think. That's the real edge. If you can become someone who learns, adapts, and grows faster than others, you will never be replaceable. You become anti-fragile. You don't fear change because you are change. Learning continuously isn't a task. It's a way of being. Most people chase hacks. Naval builds systems. He understands that true transformation comes not from what you do once, but from what you become over time. This final pillar is about integration. It's where ideas move from being just information into becoming identity. It's not enough to know what Naval teaches. You must live it, feel it, and allow it to reshape your decisions daily. Integration starts with stillness. Naval emphasizes meditation not as a spiritual performance, but as a tool to strip away noise. When you remove distractions, the truth of who you are and what matters emerges. And from that clarity, you evolve. But evolution isn't linear. There will be setbacks, doubts, and plateaus. That's part of the process. The key is to remain curious. Stay committed to awareness. Let each insight refine your actions, your values, your direction. Naval doesn't preach perfection. He promotes alignment. Align your time with your values. Align your work with your strengths. Align your lifestyle with your freedom. That's how evolution becomes sustainable. True mastery is subtle. You won't always notice the changes day by day. But look back after a year of applying Naval's wisdom, and you won't recognize who you used to be. Evolution, when intentional, is the ultimate wealth. Now that you've explored the 5 core pillars of Naval Ravikant's wisdom, it's time to turn knowledge into motion. Let's step back and reflect on what these ideas truly mean, not just in theory, but in the context of your life. We began with the power of clarity. You learned that before chasing success, you need to define it for yourself. What do you truly want? Not what the world tells you to want, but what actually brings you peace, fulfillment, and freedom. Every journey starts here with radical honesty. If you don't know what game you're playing, you'll spend your life playing someone else's. Then we built leverage. You now understand that wealth doesn't come from more effort. It comes from smarter effort. From using tools like code, media, and capital. From building assets that work while you sleep. And from trusting in compound returns, both financially and personally. Next, we talked about self-mastery. Naval teaches that you are both the sculptor and the marble. The habits you build, the stories you rewrite, and the energy you protect, they define your results. You are your own asset. You're also your own limit. Master yourself, and you change your outcomes forever. Then came the power of continuous learning. Not from school, but from obsessive curiosity. From learning how to think, not just what to think. From seeing life as a system, not a checklist. Books, conversations, reflections, they're all tools. But the real growth? That happens when you step outside the echo chamber and follow your own reasoning. And finally, we reached evolution. The integration. The moment where this stops being a summary and starts becoming a new standard. You don't need a perfect plan. You need alignment and the courage to move forward anyway. Naval's ideas are timeless, but they mean nothing if you don't act on them. Let them guide your next decisions, your next risks, your next reinventions. So here's how you turn insight into action. Start by choosing one pillar each week. Go deep, reflect on it, journal about it, and most importantly, take real action. Each morning, ask yourself, am I living my own values or someone else's? Let that question guide your choices. Over the next 30 days, build one digital asset. It could be a blog, a product, a system, something that grows while you're not working, something that builds leverage. Commit to reading one high-quality book this month. But don't just finish it, Apply one idea from it. Let change how you move, and practice stillness. Even 5 minutes a day. You'll be surprised by what rises when the noise finally stops. Now, if this video sparks something in you, don't let that feeling fade. Comment below with one insight you're going to apply today. I'd love to hear what landed for you. And if you got value from this, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications. Every week, we unlock powerful lessons from the world's most transformative books on wealth, mindset, and freedom, so you can live the life most only dream of. Subscribe now and begin your next evolution.